Hi everyone, it's Tarnished Treasures, and I am back with part two of the awesome estate sale that I went to. I wanted to share with you first how I'm using some of the things and a little information that I found out before I show you the other things I purchased. Here I have the plateau mirror. It's just a medium size, so I have it stacked up a little bit like a wedding cake there. And then someone had mentioned that this little dish might be to hold calling cards when people would stop by at a house. And I thought that was such a cool idea. I have a bunch of calling cards, so I think that would be really nice to display them there. A few people also said that maybe this could hold calling cards, but it is very small. So you can see, I just don't think it would do that. So someone else said it would hold matches, and they said something about the strike or the strike plate. And I thought, well, this is just so smooth, but I see it now when it's open. It has these grooves on the bottom. So that must be the area where you would put the match against, because it doesn't have it there. So isn't that neat? I don't know if I ever would have figured that out if someone hadn't have said something. And then I polished this thimble up. It is the Weight Thresher Company, because I couldn't find a sterling mark, and what I thought might have been a mark was actually a house and a lighthouse and mountains or birds and water and a sailboat and a bridge and another house. Look how detailed that is. So I looked and looked, and on the inside there's a star with a number 8, and then I can see a word above it. I can see it ends in a G. So I was like, okay, that's the marking. I would have never guessed the sterling would be all the way down there at the bottom. So I looked that up, and it said it was Weight Thresher from Providence, Rhode Island in the mid 1800s on. So I'm excited to add that to my collection, and I'm glad that I picked that up. This was the ornament that I had wanted to get at the sale. And then when I saw it in person, I realized it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was a little bit of a larger silver walnut, and I love those ornaments to put on the feather tree and in the kitchen. But it actually kind of turned out even better, because it was all of these little fruit and nut ornaments, plus these for $10. And I believe that there is like over 20 ornaments right here. So divided by $10, it makes these less than 50 cents a piece. And I absolutely love the small figural ones, and I don't find them that often. So I was very happy with that. These little Santas, there was 6, but one was broken, and they have little tags that say Kurt Adler. And then 2 little green balls, but there was this fabulous star, a few slightly larger bumpy ones. I do have a heart, and then this is probably like a strawberry or a raspberry. And then for size comparison, there's a little basket. 2 orange walnuts, which I don't have. And then this one's definitely a strawberry, because I can see the way the little seeds are pressed in there. Some pine cones, then just some designed ones, and then this Santa. And they're all definitely older, because they don't even have toppers, and their little hangers are flat wire, not round wire. So this is what I went for. It turned out to be different, but still worked out great. This is another fun find. This might be a Victorian Easter decoration, and it was just sitting in a little basket. That's what the bottom looks like. And I believe it's probably Victorian, because it's the cotton. That's what the underneath looks like, where the glue was, putting it all together. Missing a little eye there. This is like a little seed bead that's broken in half. But the cotton coupled with this beak, and this beak looks like the Victorian die cuts, the scraps that people would have decoupaged with, because usually around the edge they are embossed, have a little bit of a 3D feeling, and that's what this piece of paper feels like, especially here where it's like rounded and comes down. So I would love to find this spun cotton Christmas ornaments. I found a couple at an antique store for $50 plus, but I got this at the estate sale, and honestly, it was probably grouped together with the other few small things for 50 cents or something. The doll was marked $5. It's in such good condition. I thought maybe it's a plastic doll, but I looked at the feet, and then there is a little cracking right here. So it's a composite doll in fabulous condition. And then I looked like closer at her outfit. There's mother of pearl button. This is an apron that ties on, and some more buttons there. So just this like handmade, because you can see the stitching on the apron, just handmade outfit. I just thought the detail and the shape was incredible. The little shoes. So I will probably display her in here, or maybe she'll go on my daughter's shelf. So I don't really buy too many dolls. I've got a couple. They have to be like really unique, or like something like this that I think is just so skillfully crafted. Here she is with her apron off. So I might even soak the apron. I think that it's just like maybe darkened a little with time, or maybe like a little bit of dust, because it's a little bit whiter there. But it wouldn't hurt to soak it, you know, this a little bit. Also her arms or her hands, just a little bit of dust on them. So I'll just use a little kind of wet toothbrush to give that a little clean. But I mean, I've never seen a composite doll in that good of shape. I got this large box of crafting supplies. This is bigger than a shoebox. And the outside says Xmas fruit. So she had some wreaths in this like little craft area, laundry room, that she had put these on. And then these were all the leftovers, and they're just in such good condition. Such bright colors. I love the shininess. This just, even though they're not Victorian, they're like mid-century, made in Japan, has that Victorian feeling of decorating and giving gifts of fruit and nuts and things. So I picked these up. I can use some stuff at school. I'm going to use some stuff for my own Christmas decorating. I love the little raspberries, the coloring, and the modeling on the fruit. There's just so much to choose from. Some little like candle rings, because there's a little wax. These are flocked. There was one wax flower in there. One little plastic mushroom set, which will be perfect for sculpting. And a lot of these little beaded mercury bead wired things. These are great. I mean, you could use them in corsages, but also if you have like a little vase or container, like in my corner cabinet that I've got a couple like forks and knives on display, I'll just pop that in for a touch of sparkle. So there was definitely, I saw one made in Japan tag in there, so that helped me date it. A little lemon or lime. So there's small ones in there. Yeah, I just thought that would be really useful. These were marked $6 each, and I had them for a while, put them down, and then I did decide to get them. There's probably 20 postcards or so in here, and if you were to buy 20 postcards at $1, that would be $20, and usually the vintage postcards are even more than that. And I mean, look at the font. I love things from, oh yeah, it's got 20. I love things from France. It's got the gold on it. I mean, this will go in my collection. And every postcard is there with this little tissue paper. So I'm glad that I picked that up. And on the back, that's just what it looks like. On the back of the other one, I think there's like a little pencil mark that says $1. So I don't see a year, and it's really interesting because above the part that says postcard, it's printed backwards. And I believe that you would pronounce Lyon, Lyon. And then this one, and I think that you pronounce this X-Laban. Little arch. This one doesn't seem to have as many postcards. I also think this one's a little bit older. Because of that paper, and it does have a little stamp that says B&G. I found 2 field guides, and I am not going to use these for collage because I just love the faded ink. They are Whitman Publishing. I thought that graphic was really neat that talked about the different parts of the wings, coastal margin and apex. I use insect motifs in my art a lot, so that's really neat to learn a little bit more about them. But I love the faded colors. And then the bug one. And I just think the fading makes it so romantic. So those might all just kind of go together. I hope I'm not running out of time. Let's see. This book, I love the cover and that Nouveau, again, romantic feeling. I don't think I have a book that's this color, so it's going to go with my other ones like this. I probably have like 3 or 4 now. And the last are some cards. So some are just empty envelopes, and I don't have too many envelopes left to collage with, and I love that they have the red stamps. They're from 1930 and 31. But then there were some Valentines, and I didn't get all of them because these were not marked. So I tried to pick ones that I really liked and would display. And I liked this one because it was a girl who was painting the Valentine. And it just says from, and it looks like numbers, but I don't think that this is from like 98, like as far as 1898, but who knows? I don't think so though. This one is articulated. It says printed in Germany, to my sweetheart. She's got a little grommet as she can move. From Dorothy Johnson. Excellent condition. Surf you right if I fall for you, my Valentine. And the company said that there were hundreds, and that this man gave his wife like a card for every day. This one's 1937. And I got this one because it talks about being a nurse, and then you pull this down. And her eyes open. Brand new. And I liked this one, to my sweetheart. And I would guess the year was 1934, since that's what the little license plate said. Also says printed in Germany. Dorothy Johnson, from Dorothy Johnson. So that is my haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. I hope I was able to fit everything into 2 parts, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.